Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name's Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday. And in today's video, I'm gonna do another chatty get ready with me. In today's video, I wasn't really planned out. Like, I knew I wanted to try a couple new MAC products and just show you guys some new products that I picked up. But then this video turned into like almost an entire MAC video with like a lot of my favorite MAC products, a lot of my new favorite MAC products, testing new things out. So yeah, if you guys want to see some like newer bomb items that MAC has come out with and things that I've picked up, things that I've sampled out, then definitely please keep watching. But before you go anywhere, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. I do makeup videos, hauls, lifestyle videos, vlogs, all of that. So we are well rounded here. So join the family. And without any more rambling, let's get into this video. Love you guys. A little ASMR moment. For today's look, I'm really excited because I've gotten a bunch of new MAC products. So I want to play with some new shadows, some new foundations, and then I also just want to play with just some different makeup that I haven't like shown you guys on camera. I don't think I've used this one on camera yet either. If I have, I don't remember. But I'm going to be using the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I really enjoy this primer. It smooths out the skin but keeps your skin like nice and hydrating. This reminds me a lot of my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. However, I find that this one stays like a little bit more slippery and gives a little bit more of a glow. This one still gives a glow, but this one just a little bit more. But if you're more like normal to oily, I probably wouldn't use this. I would just stick with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer because this might be a little bit too greasy. It has a really interesting like cotton candy scent to it. So I'm gonna do about like that much. Really push it in my skin. Hopefully this can smooth out my hot mess of a face right now. I always forget my forehead, and I feel like the forehead's so important because it's all that's showing now. Oh yeah, I also already prepped my skin. I used my CeraVe moisturizer and some vitamin C serum. I forgot to go in with SPF though. Do not skip SPF. COVID and masks have really just messed up my skin. But for foundation today, I don't know what I want to do. I think what I'm gonna do first, so I recently did self-tanner, so my face is like a way different color than my body. So I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade Tan 5, and this will help match my face to my body. This is gonna be just like a sheer kind of like glowy skin tint, but I love it for just that, for making my face kind of like match the tone of my body. Oh, okay, I need to chill out. It's not that serious. You do not need this much product. We're going for it. Do I want to use a sponge to buff it out? I'll use a sponge. But I like this tone too because it is obviously like super dark and orange, but once you buff it in, since it's such a sheer skin tint, it's like the color just gives the coverage versus like the product actually being like super thick, if that makes sense. I think over top of this, I want to use this new MAC cream foundation that they came out with. Oh yeah, also for my brows, the reason why they look so crazy is because I put my Anastasia brow freeze in them, and I make sure that they stay on like super high up right now and look crazy, because then after I do all of my makeup from like moving product around my face so much, they normally like will go down. All right, so MAC launched a new really bomb cream foundation. The new formula has hyaluronic acid in it. It blends out really smooth and I've been loving it. I made a sample because I was trying to figure out my color, but I'll insert like a picture of what it looks like here and all the benefits. You guys need to run out and try it. Like, it feels so lightweight on the skin. I took a sample of NC30. However, I made the sample before I self-tanned, so hopefully this will work. If not, I'll just add some more of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter to kind of like balance out the tone. It's such like a hydrating, moussey consistency, but you get really nice coverage with it. Like, oh, it's just really pretty. I have found though with this foundation that you absolutely need to use a like smoothing primer with it, or at least for my skin, I found that that's what will work best. So she is looking a little light. Also, a little goes a long way with this foundation. You do not want to apply too much. Then I'll just do a little bit of a dot of that Hollywood Flawless Filter. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, on camera I'm gonna apply way more makeup than I would in person, just because the lights and everything wash it out. So you could go in with way less product than what I'm using right now and get a really pretty finish. I love the coverage. gives like good coverage, but you still get that natural skin finish. Now just taking a clean foundation brush and just patting over everything just to pick up any excess product. So much better. All right, so now we're going to conceal the under eye. What concealer do I want to use? I've been like rotating concealer. I feel like my Pat McGrath concealer never fails me because it gives me that coverage but still smooths out my under eye. Ooh, or I wanted to try that one. All right, so for concealer today, I haven't used this one in a minute and I kind of want to see how it works. I remember I didn't care for it at first because it was like very mattifying. But I'm gonna test out the MAC Studio Fix Smooth Wear Concealer. I love this concealer mixed with my Born This Way by Too Faced. Like I remember loving that combo. I use it for my wedding day and my under eyes did not crease. So if this doesn't work on its own and I find that it's like a little bit too matte, I'll just add some of my Born This Way because I remember loving those two together. Like it was just the best under eye. This one is in the shade NW24. I think it might be a little light, but we can make it work. Yeah, that's really light. I have a darker color, but it's in my makeup kit. I don't feel like going through it. Yeah, this is a bit intense. I do remember though that this concealer oxidizes. Another bomb concealer from MAC is their Prolonger concealer. That one's a tried and true. I love the consistency. I just wish I had it in a darker color. I guess I can go through my makeup bag and try to find the darker tone. I'm just so lazy. Also guys, if you see these little white flecks in my eyelashes, don't mind that. I like was trying to get rid of it, but I used the Kiss eyelash glue, which is great for keeping your lashes on all day. However, like it will bunch up in your lashes and take forever to get out. Try to scrub my eye and it's still stuck in there. So I just spent forever looking for the darker tone in this concealer. Could not find it anywhere. I don't know what happened to it. So I'm just gonna take my MAC Prolonger concealer in NC30 and then just put that like here, just because I need a slightly deeper color to cancel out some like the blue underneath of my eye. I hate when that happens, when like I know I have a product and I can't find it. Alright, so now I'm going to take the MAC Face and Body Foundation in the color N9. Again, I have a sample of this and I'm just going to lightly dip my brush in there and I'm going to use this as bronzer. Ooh, that's pretty. I feel like I could have gone in with a darker tone. I'm just patting that where I would normally bronze. Wow, that gave a really pretty subtle glow to the skin. I was actually helping like a fellow MAC employee and she was telling me how like somebody uses this as bronzer. So I took a sample of it to try and this was like a few weeks ago and I have yet to try it, but I'm loving how this is looking. And I'm buffing this out with this like dual fiber brush. I think this is a MAC 188. It gives the skin like just a really pretty glow. But the face and body, it's super lightweight and more sheer, so it's just gonna give a really natural glow all over the skin. I feel like I'm getting good coverage, but like nothing looks too harsh. So now I'm just gonna pick up some of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the color Pillow Top. And I dot some on the back of my hand. I'm gonna pick some up with the like side of my beauty sponge and then just pat that on the high point of my cheeks just to give some added glow, because I'm just like in the mood for like a spring glowy skin look, because that's like nothing what it is right now. Like it's literally snowing. It's been snowing all day right now. Alright, so now I'm just being extra because I have all these samples, I swear. Literally because of COVID, it's been so slow at work, so I love just like trying different products and combinations and stuff. So I feel like I'm just like the sample queen, or I'm either making samples or just buying stuff. It's bad. But I made a sample of the Studio Tech NC55 color. This is like the perfect contour color. My coworker is actually the one that put me on and I love it. Like so good. It's like the perfect undertone for my skin. Not too warm, not too cool. I'm gonna pick some up with like this is a MAC 135S brush. Gosh, we're just really going in with MAC products today. And I just want a little more color since the face and body was very sheer. I just want to do more of like a chiseled contour look. And I'm also just going to take some right at like the high point of kind of like this area just to give a little more definition. Just Just gave my skin a little more structure. I'm gonna take my favorite blush ever. This is the NARS liquid blush. Just like gives such a pretty flush to the skin, but looks like subtle and gives a soft glow, which is exactly what my skin needs, especially with this weather. So I'm just gonna work some into a synthetic brush, and I'm kind of like wrapping it around. I don't know, just because I want that flush throughout. Some on my nose. All right, this is like the most that I've liked my face makeup in a minute. I'm hoping that I don't mess this up because I'm really loving this. Like, this is a good skin combination. It can just go bad really quick. So I think the safest way to go is I like to lightly dust a pressed powder first before going on with the loose powder so it doesn't get as like crepey. So I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in 1, and I'm gonna take this like fluffy Morphe brush and just really lightly dust this inward underneath of my eye. By pushing it inward, it just helps prevent creasing. I remember over the summer loving this. So I'm gonna take my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. I remember this being like full coverage, but like not super drying. I'm gonna pick that up with the same sponge that I've been working with, and I'm just gonna tap it inward and out like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the flat side of my sponge and just use that to kind of like bake this side of my nose to help further snatch her up. And then I'm gonna pick up the very like tip of the flat side and just put that down my nose. Ooh, that's what I've been wanting to use. I haven't used my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer in forever, and I remember being obsessed with it. I feel like so many people are like using it now. I want to jump on the bandwagon again and use my Give Me Sun bronzer. So let me find her. You guys, if you want to look like a bronze goddess and look like you've been in the sun, get yourself a MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. And it's a part of the mineralized line, so it's a nice satin finish. It like goes on matte, but it just has this very subtle, just like melted into the skin finish. So pretty. I'm gonna take that with, what brush? Hourglass. Just swirl her in there. I just wait for it. I'm gonna be super bronze in like 0.2 seconds. Look at that. Such a good bronzer, especially for this time of year. If you haven't seen sun in like forever, just gives you that sun-kissed finish. I'm gonna take the small side of my brush and just further accentuate up here. And then to clean up underneath of the bronzer, I'll take more of my Cover FX powder and just do one of these guys. Creepy face. But it helps you like find your little cheek, I guess. And it gives like a really nice apple cheek. We're gonna take that brush that has whatever leftover blush. All right, so now that we have most of the face done, I'm gonna prep my eyelids using my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. You guys, I really wasn't planning on this being like a 100% MAC video, but I didn't realize how much like stuff that I just wasted so much powder. I hate when that happens. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, I wasn't planning for this to be like an entire MAC video, but I feel like I have so much products from them and products that I haven't used in a while that I've been wanting to use again. So yeah, here we are. This was another rediscovery for me. I was having issues with my eyeshadow creasing, and it was because I was using concealers and I hadn't been using primers. And then I forgot how much like these ones actually work, how like it really prevents your shadow from creasing and keeps them on all day. Then it will also like cancel out any discoloration on your lid, which is exactly what I need. All right, so I'm gonna be using MAC shadows today because I literally just made this palette pretty much. I made like an all matte side pretty much, and then a side that has like mainly shimmers. I'm gonna start off with the color Shell Peach. Oh, the camera's not picking up, but it's just like a really pretty like peachy transition color. For whatever reason, it looks more like of a white cream color. I'm telling you, in person, it's like a really pretty. No, I hate when nails get stuck in my shadow. It makes me not want to use them. Yeah, it's a soft pink. I'm gonna take this Morphe M504 brush. So I'm gonna start by buffing that like peachy tone all throughout my crease. I want this to kind of like peek over any other color. So now taking a Morphe M433 brush in that same color, I'm just gonna work it a little bit deeper. This brush is gonna be more dense, so it'll kind of like lay down the product more intense and make it look like we have two colors on our lid versus just the one. Just taking a clean blending brush and just making sure everything is blended. Now I'm gonna take the color Rose Before Bros with the same brush and just put that a little bit deeper in my crease. It's a really pretty like purpley mauve color. This will make my eyes pop. I'm gonna start it in the center. So now with that same color, I'm taking a straight edge and the same brush that has that color on it, and I'm just going to kind of like extend the shadow out to like lift my eye, and then take a clean blending brush and make sure everything is blended. Alright, now taking this Morphe M456 brush. It's like a really tiny blending brush. I like it for getting like right in here when I just want to deepen things up a little bit more. I'm take Embark or Sketch. I'm gonna take Sketch. It's like a really pretty deep eggplanty purple tone. And I'm just gonna layer that like right on my lash line and then slightly angle it up. I'll probably use the straight edge to create like a wing. So we're just gonna tap her here. Straight edge, I'm just going to do this and it'll create a wing. Cute. Also gonna take whatever's left and just kind of like intensify that inner part a little bit. Now taking the color Nude Model. This is one of my favorite like mauve tones. I'm gonna put that all over, whoops, where'd she go? There she is. Put that all over my eyelid. And I'm gonna pick it up with a MAC 242 brush. This is my favorite brush to pack on shimmers with. And of course I'm gonna wet my brush with some Fix Plus. And by wetting your brush with setting spray, it'll just allow the colors to show up way more pigmented and like metallic. So now I'm going to take the color Naked Lunch. This is like a really popular champagne color. And I'm going to use that to highlight my inner corner. I'm going to take it with like a small fluff brush like this just to really like diffuse it. I'm doing little circular motions. That way it has like a blown out inner corner highlight effect. Ooh, that's pretty! And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to lightly put underneath of my brow bone. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Total Temptation brow pencil in medium brown. I'm gonna use this first and then I'll go in with a brow pen. I just find that this gives like my brow a softer look, and then by just adding the pen where I want more definition, gives such a better look. Gives such a better look to my brow. And then now I'm going to take a small brush and my MAC Hyper Real highlight palette in Flash and Awe. I'm going to take the lightest color and just put that down the center of my nose. Take the darker color on my Cupid's bow. And then taking my favorite MAC brush to highlight, the 137 brush. Swirl in all of them and just tap that on the high points of my cheeks, just doing a really light buff. I just love the Lit From Within finish that this brush gives. Take a fluffy blending brush and just make sure everything is blended together. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna mix Shell Peach and Rose Before Bros and just take that with a MAC pencil brush, and I'm gonna just diffuse it. Now taking MAC Teddy Eye Kohl, I'm gonna line my waterline and my top lash line. I'm gonna take my Physicians Formula eye pen just to extend my inner corner a little bit. So now I'm gonna apply mascara, and then I'll pop on my favorite MAC lashes in Megastar off camera. I used them in my previous makeup video and I was so obsessed. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back to show you guys the lip combo. Alright you guys, so I popped on my Megastar lashes. I love these, but now my eyes are watering. So if you notice the outer corner is looking crazy, it is what it is. It's the reality of the situation. It happens, it's annoying, but you guys get the idea what the rest of the makeup look, how it is supposed to look. This is so annoying. For powder blush, I want to go in with Fleur Power. I recently got this and I've been wanting to try it. I haven't used it yet. I'm just gonna apply it with my fluffy Real Techniques brush and just apply it all over my cheek. I feel like I've been filming for like 6 hours. I'm like losing patience. That's like the only downfall of filming makeup tutorials, is that I cannot sit still for long periods of time. So for my lip color, I just picked up Modesty by MAC. I've seen this a ton. I've sold it to a ton of people at work, but I've never owned it, and I'm really excited to try this out. I'm gonna use one of my favorite lip pencils, Soar. I just got a new one of these, and this was like the first MAC pencil I ever bought. It's just like the perfect natural lip pink color. And then I loved the Powerglasses so much that I ended up getting like a bunch more colors. So I got this one, and it's called Marvel at This. It's a really pretty, just like pinky tone. It's not gonna go on this bold though. These are super sheer, they're not sticky, but they literally juice up your lip and make it look like you just got your lips done. I used to love just wearing this pencil colored all over my lip on its own. Such a pretty, just like natural lip mauve color. I'm like trying to hurry up because my eye won't stop watering. The stress is real. All right, let's apply the lip color. Let's finish it off with the gloss. This would have been a really good Valentine's Day look, but I don't know why I didn't film one this year. All right, last but not least, to just really tie in the look, I'm gonna take some of the blush that I just applied, and with that same initial fluffy brush, I'm just gonna dust this in my crease. Alright you guys, and here you have it. This is the completed makeup look. I love playing with these types of tones. I just feel like they look so flattering, especially with brown eyes. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. I love you all so much. I pray that you all stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!